Period.
We are live, people, and
Work,
it's fantastic.
work.
Oh, Lord. Welcome, B.o.P, episode 49.
Right on
live,
time this
7:30
time.
p.m. live and on time, baby.
Yes.
Shout out to the TikTok family. Sharing is caring again. We're here live 7:30 p.m. every single week. And if we are not, follow us on Twitter. Then you will know the reasons why things happen. But now we are on time. Very on time.
Yes.
So on time, it's crisp on time. And I like that. That's great. But this week is less news, but it's chunky news.
Yeah.
It's
actually some details that happen.
But very light. But it's because it's the calm before the storm.
Yeah, because June is one of the
Tomorrow's
biggest.
gonna start now because you gotta.
Yeah, we got the Pokemon thing, which we'll we'll start off with that.
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
not?
So before we start that,
sorry.
what game are you playing?
Oh yeah, so I'm playing my Saga Frontier Remastered. Like
Okay.
I'm having so much fun with that. You know, with JRPGs, you have
Yep.
to get into them and all that type
Yep.
of stuff. I keep forgetting how much I love that game. That
Just
game
retro.
is so great.
Retro, and it's an authentic RPG game. Those that don't understand that game, go get that game.
It was one of my favorite games growing up.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's still really one of my top games nowadays.
Segue to RPG. I have Final Fantasy VII, the expansion, and finally, thanks to the wife, love you, babe, love you. For some reason, she didn't actually add any input, but her presence next to me allowed me to actually focus on the map itself to excel from the first chapter to the second chapter of the Final Fantasy expansion. And I'm not going to spoil it for you because you technically have it.
No,
but
I
never
have it.
played
I just haven't played it.
You never played it. So I'm not going to spoil it, but I finally made some progress. Because I went in and played it, got lost. I didn't care, boom, Battlefield.
Yeah,
and I kept down that vicious cycle for months.
Yeah, you do get like frustrated easy.
Yeah, look,
when it
I was
comes to
bored,
things like
and I put good time, but I don't think it through. I'm just like, yo, I'm so damn lost. I'm done. Finally, the wife just had to sit next to me. I'm like, let's focus. And finally, I'm focused, and I'm ready to go. So, boom. Those are checking out TikTok family. What's up? What's happening? B.o.P Gaming. We are here live, episode 49. What's happening? Let's get down to the nitty gritty, meaty machine, whatever. I'm just
So
crap
the
right
first
now.
thing I'll talk about is
Yeah.
the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Because they
Yeah.
just announced that Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, Scarlet and Violet
Yep.
is going to have a little direct tomorrow.
So separate from Nintendo Direct, is
Yes,
their own.
it's going to have their, because usually Pokemon usually have their own directs.
You know, because that's their own brand, their own
Bro,
heavyweight.
yeah, the Pokemon company has their own thing right there. And yeah, it's going to be at 9 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow.
Wow.
And yeah, they always do things early.
Yeah.
Lucky I'm up early so I can watch it.
Yep.
But yeah, some of the things that I would like to, have shown in this is make sure to tell us for sure that this is taking place in a Spain-like area, because the previous trailer, like Pokemon's new names, the way the place looks like it's going to be in Spain. I want
more of a Spanish background.
I want more confirmation
Yeah.
of that. Like more of that.
It won't be Spain, but it'll be something of
Well, yeah, it can't be
inspiration.
Spain. Inspiration. Because Pokemon does that a lot with
Yeah.
Kanto, inspiration of Japan.
Yep.
The Black and White, that's an inspiration of like France.
Yep.
And it's like, different kind of things. They have different kind of things. So that's why I'm hoping that, be Spain, because that would be great. Obviously, some new Pokemon, maybe some new region variants of Pokemon.
Yep.
That'd be great. Like I said, I want Halucha version. I want whatever the name of this thing version of Halucha, because that would be amazing. Because Halucha is already a Spanish wrestler thing. Maybe make him to a Bolero fighter. Something like Bolero fighter thing,
Yep.
something like that. That would be great. And gameplay, I want to see if it's going to have some of the stuff that they had in Arceus, or they're going to keep with the classic. I'm hoping for a mixture of the two.
Yeah.
Why
not, right?
That would be great. We'll see though. Because like I said, we don't know how long it's going to be. It's probably going to be 5-10 minutes probably.
Mhm.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But I'm excited for it, and that's definitely a thing. And then we could segue that to the other Nintendo news, which is what
disrespectful
I'm
as
not
hell.
so happy about.
Disrespectful as hell.
So,
Mental game. If you are a Nintendo fan, guys, I feel bad for y'all. I mean, I'm a Nintendo fan all the way, but if y'all are really, really into Nintendo like that and understanding the business practices of what they're doing thus far in 2022, it's terrible.
So Nintendo, back in February, released something that's usually out of the character of what they usually do because they're so protective of everything.
Yeah.
It's called Pokemon DP Sound Library. It's pretty much the music and the sounds of original Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. It had over 149 tracks and sounds in it. People were able to go there, download it for free. Like, nothing to worry about. Nintendo will not go after you or anything like that.
Sure.
If you download, because you know how usually Nintendo is so protective of their IPs.
Yeah, they will point whoever, like you rock a Nintendo, boom, you should take it to court.
Exactly. And they were so excited. They were advertising it heavily back when it was released back in February.
Yep.
Was just announced that they are shutting it down after 3 months.
March, April, May, and shut down. When was it shut down?
Today.
Crazy. That's crazy.
They did not give any explanation at all.
I wonder why. It's probably royalties. They maybe realized that it's so popular that they said, "Now let's get rid of it and just put it on maybe Spotify, Apple Music if they can get any."
It was just so bad how they do it, and they don't even give it a reason for it, which is what I hate. It's like Nintendo shuts things down and don't give reasons, like at all. It was just like ridiculous.
The last 4 episodes, you would catch how we were talking about that.
Exactly,
Nintendo.
like how I can understand. Okay, if you have to shut things down, fantastic,
Fine.
great. Give us a reason.
Let us know.
Let us know.
Like games have servers need to end because they need to migrate or the system
Which
or
is
whatever.
we completely
get
understand.
it, and we have notice. Take heed and go from there.
You just have to let us
But-
know why.
And you're talking about a consumer that goes in and logs in, all of a sudden it disappears, and you wonder why.
And they won't tell you.
They won't tell you. You have to go through the internet and actually check, or go to Twitter if it's hashtag, and you gotta go check.
Exactly. It's just like it's ridiculous.
The way the
How
news
they
is
do
Twitter,
that.
so like you probably see it today. Maybe if it's that popular, probably on Twitter, but I don't know.
Now the thing is, with that, they said anyone who you have the right to download by the end of today, I think, and they did not mention what's going to happen to all. Well, that's the thing. They have not mentioned what's going to happen to all the people who already downloaded it and have a thing, and let's say play it on a different like YouTube or something like that. They didn't mention what's going to happen to those people.
Sued. Don't even try it.
Oh, I know this is going to do something. So
Sony,
be careful
yeah.
for the people who have downloaded it. Be careful.
Be careful. Sony tends to go by the big company and put the cease and desist, and usually they comply. Boom. Xbox, I haven't really seen. Bungie had to fix bots on YouTube.
Yeah, they have
whatever
their
the case is.
issue, yeah.
But Nintendo doesn't care. They go to your grandmother's mother and sue. They'll
She
sue
could
a
be
dead person
99,
and put your
she
next
could
to
be
kin
99
responsible.
years old,
99 years
literally
old, and sue her ass, right? Her cane, her knits, her yarn, her everything will be gone because Nintendo does not give a fluff.
But
you try to create a Pikachu and try to sell it in the street with that same Diamond and Pearl song backward in the street, somebody will snitch and she will not have a home anymore because Nintendo don't care.
And it's so messed up because they do things like this, and then all of a sudden they announce happy things, good things, people things want. It's like, it's literally up, down, a roller coaster. It's like being a fan of Nintendo is literally a roller coaster.
Well, think about it.
It's so
Today they just shut down Diamond and Pearl audio soundtrack of 140 plus tracks. What's tomorrow?
The new Pokemon Direct for the new
Do you
Star
see the
Rail
pattern?
Rally.
This is not a conspiracy, guys.
People want. Because they want more information.
They're tapping into your mental psyche to see if you're going to flip out. Because people do flip out and go to these offices and start doing death threats and the like. You know?
Exactly.
They're testing it.
Like, Nintendo
We're
needs
not going to be that, but Jesus.
Nintendo needs to stop playing with our
Come on
emotions. God.
Yeah, a lot too. So that was it for this, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay,
That was
all right.
so
So now we're going to
silly.
go to something that took Twitter by storm on Sunday, primarily Sunday. And I find it to be very, very dumb.
It was
But
kind
at
of
the same-
hilarious.
It was funny, but like at the same time, I feel bad for those that really took it serious.
Exactly.
And we're going to talk about a brand called TLC. TLC primarily makes
TCL.
TC. Am I saying it wrong?
You say TLC.
Oh, you bum. See? All right. If you were on TikTok, on live TikTok just recently before the episode started, this man was saying, I got to get that wrong. He's like, chasing waterfall, and he started breaking it down like
Well,
TLC.
because TLC, the 3-girl group that was popular in the 90s. Yeah.
But we gotta stop singing it because we might get flagged. We might get an attendant.
Yeah, I know, right? Okay.
But like he was mentioned, so you messed me all up. Anywho, TCL.
TCL, yes, they are a TV company,
yes.
a major big one.
A major big TV company, which I find to be I don't like their TVs.
Yeah, they're not the best.
Tell
but
me
they're
what
cheap.
y'all think.
They're
But
cheaper.
they're cheap.
Though.
They're cheap. They're like the Vizio, but Vizio has strength, and Vizio's company was the main reason besides LG and their screens, are the reason why we got TVs to this day, because they made the parts and all that jazz. It's all hoopla. Anywho, TCL went ahead and put out some form of advertisement of their press conference that they're going to have within June, and they stated, and I'm paraphrasing, the PlayStation 5 Pro and the new Xbox. What?
I know, it's like, how would they say things like this when Sony said nothing, Xbox said nothing?
New Xbox though? Like, so Twitter took that and obviously ran with the whole thing.
Yeah, they were calling it Generation 9.5. They were saying like, oh, they're already releasing the new system already. We barely have what we have currently in the houses right now.
So what is this? What are we going to say? Oh, I got to retract all my...
Like, do I have to buy a new do I have to buy the current PS5? Can I just wait for the Pro?
Yeah, and so that would hinder obviously the stock market and all that jazz. But TCL went ahead, turned around, and mentioned that, of course, no, we were just speaking from a prediction standpoint.
It's all speculation right now.
Yeah, because their products want to be future-proof for things that happen. But again, it took everybody by storm.
Yeah, because they want to have. Yeah, because they want to have their TVs to have the 8K, the 60 frames, 120 frame gameplay, the 2160p.
The Xbox Series X still projected.
The
Xbox Series X could still play games up to 8K, but nothing supports it yet. So that's in the future. But
so that's why they said what they said, but people took it a different way.
Of course,
they decided to be like,
it and then went with it and see if somebody can confirm or deny. And obviously, I put it literally. I retweeted it. This is dumb. This is stupid. For one, you could barely get a PlayStation 5, and PlayStation 5 just came out. The Xbox is already not selling as much units. You can now sort of get the S.
It's easier to find the S.
You can kind of, sort of ish.
Get the X.
Okay, really?
PS5s are still hard to get.
And then diving in, which we'll dive in more with the Sony. PlayStation 4, when it first came out, was selling 6 units per minute. Mm-hmm. The PlayStation 5 currently right now is 1,000 units per minute. Obviously, because the stock is not there. And once it's out there, yum, 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 yum. And
people,
eat the crap out of it.
People want it, but it's just the stock is not there. Because
not
obviously, with all the chip shit.
So, to be completely honest, seeing that opportunity and going with it, that's a lot of clickbaitish. It seemed like TCL was doing like a little bit of clickbait, but they literally was caught slipping. And they should have known. Y'all should have not been caught.
Yeah, you know how the internet is. Once they get little news like this, it's going to blow the heck up.
That's it. So we want to talk about that because that was a stupid blunder, and which could affect the markets. But
exactly,
I'm glad it kind of didn't. So we are going to go ahead and talk about. We're going to go with this because we're talking about product and with their initial. You have one topic about it, but I'm going to speak about.
Yeah, we'll have you talk about the Raven thing first. Yeah.
Huh? The what?
The Raven one?
Nope, we're not doing that.
Oh, no.
See, you're all confused. So, Project Keystone.
Oh, Keystone, yes.
Was the project that Microsoft was talking about. We wanted to release a dongle for the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate for the customers that
to be able to get the cloud gaming, easy access, all that. And
it's an app, dude. It's an app. I could do it on my phone, bro. It's an app. Why would you need an exact unit specifically to run that? Got me having some questions. Like, what?
Because they're trying to make it easy for customers to be able to, like, oh, you only need the little dongle thing in order to access our wide amount of games that they have on their Xbox Pass.
Or maybe they want to sell it as a version of a Chromecast with 3 months free.
That's what I'm thinking. That's probably what they're planning on.
But they named it as a Project Keystone?
Yeah, that's not the actual title yet. That's just their project, right? Because it's not even, we don't even have a release date or anything.
No, because they push it back.
Yeah, because they pushed it back because they want to make everything perfect. They want to make everything sound. They want to make everything a nice, seamless, smooth release.
You know what I think it is, though?
Or
What I think it is, personally, is they need to sell units, and the easiest way to sell some form of units to back up their service could be a cheap unit like this and get more money off that. But to be completely honest with you, it's just an app, dude. I can go and have an Android set-top box and get it all released and go from there, download it, and I can still play my cloud gaming and hook up my DualSense controller and go from there. And what I said was, it's funny as hell, when I realized that the actual the dongle that they were trying to put out, aka Keystone, I'm like, the reason why is because they were told, bro, you can't put batteries in it now. You gotta release something that's powered by something else other than batteries, Microsoft. I'm saying, so Microsoft had to go, oh, back to the drawing board. We can't put batteries into this anymore.
Exactly.
So I joked about it. Again, it's dumb, it's stupid, and whatever. Just you have the app, okay? I'm waiting to be officially released for the app, but apparently it's not. I think they're gonna just wait until they can create a dongle and release it, or at least announce it and then give us a date down the road.
yeah,
I'm gonna go the workaround route, and I'm gonna do what I need to do. All I'm waiting for is a remote for my Chromecast, which Google Home is supposed to have an update so we can utilize the phone as a remote to control the Chromecast. Because I got the tools, I just need to know how to control it.
exactly.
Let's make it hard for you. So that was it, or no? We have something else under Microsoft.
Well, I mean, we could talk about the quick thing that Phil Spencer is going to
Yep.
openly, what do you call that? Accept the Raven Studios new, with the new union that they just passed last week.
So Phil Spencer co-signed. After acquisition, they'll be open and still hold down the Raven Studios unionized gang.
Which is a good thing.
It's 14 employees, right? Overall, 14 employees of a
No. That's 19 people agreed to. There's 250.
Okay, so
altogether.
250 unionized, which is good. It's great. Knowing that he's going to go about...
He said once the merger finally goes through,
Yeah.
he will accept the
Yeah.
unionized thing.
That's it.
He will not have an issue with it. Because in the past, he was never he never said he was against it, but he was never for it like that.
Yeah, he was in the middle. Meet in the middle.
Yeah,
you don't want to choose sides immediately, but you want to meet in the middle. You want to see...
But at least he's accepting of it, which
So
that's a
the
start.
DOJ and the FCC going, all right, he's not anti-anything. He's not Activision.
Maybe that might help
That
him
might help
with the
him.
whole merger thing.
But I feel personally, I think he feels like, as long as you're putting out the product, as long as you're putting it out, I'm fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm fine. It makes sense. So I'm glad Phil Spencer went ahead and co-signed that.
Exactly. I was pretty
So
happy about
it gives
that.
the employees.
That's a big one. It's a big one.
It is a big one. And now you're going to see a lot of companies or studios going to try to use
I'm
it.
hoping because this is a start. This could be a start of a huge
wave of independence and respect.
Exactly.
Because that's where it boils down to, is the respect. Respect the employees and the workplace and the environment, because they're putting out all these types of games, all this media.
The amount of work they put into it, the hours they put into it, all that type of stuff. I mean, it's good to have things like this.
So that was fun to talk about, because that was, again, something that's near and dear to upcoming developers and how the landscape of developers is going to shift against the big companies like Activision, with Microsoft under Activision and Ubisoft and Riot Games or whatever.
Exactly.
Okay, something that I didn't have listed, but I have listed for you, because this irked the hell out of you. And one of the main man, Reggie, went ahead and supported it.
Oh, what did he do?
Oh, you don't know?
Oh.
This is news to Broski too. Oh, Outlandish is lost.
Oh, you can tell me
this is
now,
so cute.
because this is gonna piss me off.
It's gonna piss you off. I'm gonna read, okay? Let me resize it, because it's a big, huge image apparently. You didn't know about this?
I probably did. I probably blanked it out of my head because I couldn't believe it.
Because you couldn't believe it. Jesus, this is a big image. Sorry, guys. Let me just resize this. Jesus, oh my God, really, dude? Is that big? All right, let's just do this. Okay. So if you guys see it now, it's just Reggie. Reggie holding a Switch. Okay. The reason why I have this is because he supports NFTs.
Gross.
He supports NFTs.
That is gross.
Yes, he does. Reggie went ahead
That
and
is
had an interview.
gross.
And I'm going to go ahead and read that.
I don't like that.
And courtesy of GameSpot, former Nintendo boss Reggie believes in the potential of NFTs and blockchain. He makes sense, though. He actually makes sense.
Gross.
Let's read, folks.
No, I'm mad.
He thinks the way I think. It needs to have a home, right? And in parentheses, we'll unquote. I remember the GDC where Shitoru Iwata made comments about free-to-play games and how we saw there was a significant danger for the industry. And yet here we are today where there are great quality free-to-play games. There are in-game monetization loops that fans are, maybe no one's ever happy to spend money to content, but they don't mind spending money for outfits and things of the nature, and they just get enjoyment from that, end quote. There is a market for that. They go ahead and they buy stuff. They buy stuff for outfits.
Well, yeah, that's for things like, like Fortnite or
Yep.
Roblox
Yep.
or things like that.
And then he goes, for NFTs and blockchains, the underlying technology behind them, in quote, isn't completely proven or sorted yet because of scams and bad actors and taking advantage of the situation. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, he says, parentheses, I'm old enough to remember the earliest days of the internet and the scams and issues. So he's coming from the bottom up.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, he was with Nintendo for so long. Yeah.
Yep. Let's see, and then courtesy of GameStop, he says Phil Emi, I guess his last name, went on to say that he understands the concerns people have about NFTs, outlandish, take note, and the blockchain, but he pushed back against the idea that these technologies are going nowhere. He also said not every blockchain system is bad for the environment. Okay, not everything's bad for the environment. Okay, and quote, so I understand the divisiveness, I really do, and certainly the environment elements. This is something that has to be solved, and not all blockchain is so environmentally disruptive, he said. Certainly, there's a lot to be proven out, and the massive loss in value of different platforms in the blockchain environment that we've seen over the past few weeks tells you this technology is still immature. But in my mind, that's not a reason to just completely push it aside and say it can never be anything of substance or value. I'm going to take what he says and pretty much state they need to find a way to make it easy enough and actually have a home to make it valuable. And he states, which I read.
But you do know that the NFT market right now is
because it's with bad actors, scammers, and there's no home.
It's plummeted so bad right now.
And then also in an interview, Reggie, there needs to be used case of NFTs and blockchain that provides a really fun, creative experience that leverages the technology that convinces people of why it works. As a hypothetical example, Phil and me envisioned a Pokemon-style game that also blends other game genres and allows players to create value in the digital items they own. This sounds very similar to concept to a game that already exists. Infinix Infinity, which uses NFTs and a blockchain,
which epically failed,
has run into some own shared issues too, including a big digital heist recently.
Oh yeah, I know. So, it's bad.
And quote, he goes, the what if that I give you is, what if there was an experience that blended the best of Pokemon with the best of 5 other genres of gaming experiences, and all of them had this ability for you to play and create your own character, and then exchange them with someone else and get something out of value back. Now it goes beyond a singular game or experience. It touches on the variety of interesting experiences, and that gets interesting.
People could do that already.
Do it better with NFTs. Make a home. Make a hub. You log in.
You can share things right now without the NFTs. You can share creative things. What do you think The Sims is for? What do you think,
I think Sims is more aggressive, apparently.
Animal Crossing, you could do that too.
Even more.
Create outfits and stuff. Why would you need to add money and NFTs and blockchains to that when you could already do it without any of that?
Now here's this. In quote, there's some games I've invested 300 hours in a game. When I'm ready to move on to something else, wouldn't it be great to monetize what I built?
Why?
Why not? People buy it just like Little Big Planet. You create something Little Big Planet, sell it. Why not? Come on now. See what I'm saying? See, he is the player and consumer. I get it, and I'm a player and consumer, but I can understand how to, in a way, not harm.
You can literally do the same thing without having to worry about any blockchains or anything like that.
He said, as an example, Reggie said the island he made in Animal Crossing, New Horizons, might have value for someone else. So he sees the appeal in blockchain technologies to help people monetize their virtual creations. And again, he talked about artists that actually make virtual creations. The only difference is the bad actors that want to take what's not theirs and sell it as theirs for an extreme amount of money.
Because it's been happening a lot.
And corporations just like my analogy, when all the rich individuals at just one lunch table talking about how the audience is going to love what they're going to do, but without their input. Is what he's saying these bad actors are. The corporation, everything just diving in, and they don't even know. They just saying, "Oh, look, it's money, money, money to be had." They don't have a company or companies to understand what that is and slowly implement it so we all can get along with it. It just seems like it's more of a hawkish type of environment. Currently, still a hawkish environment. But I wanted to do that, touch it, so I can piss you off a little bit from a Nintendo to a. Yeah, if we had the hotline for Nintendo sufferers for for the sake of news of Nintendo, I would post it because this is it's getting out of hand. You know what I mean? Like it's getting out of hand. So I just wanted to mention that because at least one of the gaming heads is down with the NFT movement. I don't know if he's going to be canceled. We don't know. We'll find out. It happened today. So if you go on Twitter and see it, it could be bad. All right, we have another. Do we have another? Do we have others? Let's see. We have. Oh yes, that is probably
That's
the last one.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a lot of stuff on this.
Wow. So last but not least, but very beefy, we're going to show you just a picture of the Sony PlayStation 5.
Because there's been some Sony news because they had their sales conference call.
And we all know how that little nuggets. We're not on the call, but little nuggets come out of that.
Yeah, exactly. Some information. So the first one that it's been saying is first-party titles are still going to be coming on the PS4 till at least 2025.
That's big news because now you're thinking maybe most of the PlayStation 5 first-party titles will always be backwards compatible, or will it only be released streaming-wise?
They didn't say every first-party.
Yeah,
they said first-party titles. Like, it's probably not going to be like every. Like God of War will probably come out of it, but not like.
But I'm saying it won't be scaled down. Like they'll release it
exactly.
like God of War for the PlayStation 5, but it's built from the ground up for the PlayStation 5. But as long as you have the PlayStation Plus Premium or Extra, you can play that game when it is available streaming without hindering graphics-wise.
Now, the reason why they are saying this because 65% of the PS Store revenue still comes from the PS4.
Wow.
65%, which is, and 69% of PS Plus subscribers are still on the PS4.
And that can obviously become the case is because the PlayStation 5 is not
it's so hard
available.
to find.
So I get it.
That's exactly what. So that's why they don't want to cut them off yet.
And Sony's still giving the value to the PlayStation 4 consumer based on updating the PlayStation Plus and all. So they're not just exiting them out, they're just keeping them.
And they said throughout this first fiscal year, so up until April of next year, they're still going to have cross-platform games for the big titles.
Yep.
So, because they know there is a supply issue. They know that.
That's
why they're doing this, because they know it.
I'm going to kind of Jen Psaki circle back, because I just mentioned that PlayStation 4, when it first came out, sold 6 units every minute. Currently, the PlayStation 5 is selling 1,000 units a minute. And again, it's because once they announce the PlayStation 5 is available, everybody goes for it. So it could be 8, 10, maybe 15 units a minute if it was all relatively
exactly. If it was out there, regularly available, everyone could go to a store and grab it, then it'll probably
But see, here's the thing. With the Xbox, it wasn't like that. The demand is not. We don't see the numbers, and they know that they're not really banking on the hardware sales. They're going for
because Xbox doesn't post their numbers. They don't.
They don't because they know they're not really selling the units. They don't want to sell units.
No, they're focusing on their services.
Apple.
That's what they're focusing.
Apple.
Exactly.
They're pulling in Apple.
Their services.
And Amazon and the like. Continue.
So that was one of the big ones right there. And then the other one they also talked about during this conference call was TV shows. More TV shows.
And I hope they don't tear it up. I didn't even watch Halo yet. Did you watch it?
I haven't, but my roommates love it.
Really? So it's really good.
It's so good. It's on Paramount.
Yeah. I have the opportunity to watch it. I just had to sit down and watch it. Is it?
I haven't watched it because I'm not really a Halo fan like that. But my roommates loved it.
Okay.
So if you're a Halo fan, watch it.
Yeah, I should.
Because I know you are, and they are too. That's why they like it.
Yeah. Okay. I should watch it.
So now with the TV shows, the first one that was announced is Horizon. It's going to have a TV show.
I hope it's CGI, man.
It's going to be on Netflix.
And it's Sony doing it, so I hope they have the right mindset.
We don't know. They haven't shown any trailer because this is just announced.
It's a call.
It's a
and
call.
saying
So
what
it's the
is
same things.
built on Sony from here on out.
And
But
then-
that's gonna be bad.
Exactly. So I can't wait for that one. Then of course they're also doing a God of War TV show.
Oh, that's gonna be bloody as hell.
That's going to be on Amazon.
And that's gonna be a deep cut. That's gonna be deep because that I can
And-
see how.
And
deep
people
that
are
could be.
saying it's most likely going to be based off the new God of War, the one that came out in 2014 or anything. You know.
Because they still want you to play the games to understand the story, the
Exactly.
background. They don't want to
So
really
they
start from
said
scratch-ish.
So we'll see. These are just speculation because we don't know. They didn't say exactly what place is going to take place and
Yeah.
what they. All they know is
We don't know
God
the
of War
direction.
TV show.
Yeah, we don't know the direction, but we know that it's going to happen, and that's
And-
Amazon.
Yeah, that's on Amazon. And another one that was just announced out of nowhere, and I was not expecting this at all. Gran Turismo. It's also going to have a TV show.
NASCAR fans, yeah,
They
check that
did.
out.
They did not mention on what platform it's going to be on yet because we don't know who bought it yet,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
if they. I think the trend's still probably selling it to see what
Oh,
streaming services will,
Yeah.
take it on their thing.
Yeah, that's weird.
But that was an interesting one because I'm like, I mean, I guess you could probably turn it to like kind of like a
Top
fast.
Gear, like Top Gear.
Oh,
You know,
Top
Top Gear, they break down like races and cars and all. They can,
I guess because
they can
remember,
host
Gran
tournaments.
Turismo was more simulation than like freaking like Fast and the Furious.
It
type
could
of thing,
technically
so-
be a live service if you think about it, which is another thing that's on the Sony platform that they announced that
Yeah, which, yeah.
12. I'm going to segue, but 12 games will be. They said 12 game IPs will be live service by 2025, and the help of Bungie.
Because
which was-
Bungie has experience in that.
Yes. So here's the thing when I go back to the GT. This GT could be a Amazon Twitch exclusive, and just instead of just watching it be like an esports type, but like an actual catalog episodes of actual races with actual money and actual tournaments as a live archive series. That's what I think. Or they could just what could they do?
That's what I'm trying to
You
think.
could show
Like,
off.
the only thing I can
cars.
think of like car things is like Fast and the Furious, and I know Gran Turismo was nothing like that.
No.
So I'm like,
It's all race and
what could
tracks.
they do?
You could dive deeper, maybe a 9-episode series of their nostalgia. I don't know. I'm confused.
I'm confused. That's what when they announced it, I was like, I couldn't. Horizon and God of War having TV shows. That's understandable.
Yeah.
You can make stories with that.
But
They have
racing?
stories on it. But racing, I'm like,
We understand NASCAR and people watch NASCAR.
and like I
and
said,
watch,
it's Fast and the Furious. We get it, but it's like,
not Gran Turismo.
but Gran Turismo is not
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious.
Yeah. What could they make for a storyline?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So that's why in my head I'm thinking it will be like an official esport type of circuit type of racing that you watch live or archive within any streaming. I'm thinking Twitch because you can stream it. So you got those that are watching as far as games and then just an episode like what we're doing now.
Yeah.
Strictly GTA with announcers and all that hosts actual tournaments once it kicks off. That's what I think. I mean, you technically could still get that through Twitch live stream anyway, but maybe they want to make it official with their IP, so they get the most bread.
Makes sense. What other games you think will go on live stream?
No
Was
more.
it was
Lay
it
down.
was it live stream? You said.
Live stream.
What do you think? What are the ones?
Oh yeah, right. That's
You said there's 12 games.
There's 12. We don't know.
Well, I know, but any like ideas you think, Mike? What you think will work in a game in a thing like that? In a Destiny type of world, type of thing like that.
Yeah. What could? I mean, let's think.
Like, you gotta also remember it has to be like a Sony product, obviously.
Yeah.
Not a Sony, because I don't think Ratchet and Clank would work. Would it?
Could very well. Could work.
You think?
Could work. More creative. Yeah. You could dive in. Like you could meet in the lobby and then they warp into another world. And
Little
help you.
Big Planet, I can see that.
That could be
working.
one. That could be a revival.
A revival of
Little Big
Big
Planet's
Planet.
concept already is great.
Be
Now
able to
imagine
get
making
more
this a live
creative
service.
with it.
Yeah. Think MMOs because if you think about it, Final Fantasy 14 is popping still. Online,
That
making
really
moves,
is,
making money, right? What Destiny, obviously.
Yeah.
What's another one? Because they said it on the call. I don't have it on top of my head. Let me bring it up. There's another one. There's a reason why. Sony suggested a rival company. Oh yeah, that's another one too.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that.
Where's another one? There's another live service. 12 live services games in 2025. So let's read on. Oh, we got another thing about Sony too.
What?
If you know what I mean. I don't want to give it out yet. No, you got the picture. Let's see. They mentioned. Let's see. Hold on. trying to get a courtesy of GameSpot. They mentioned that some games. Let's see here.
Single player.
Oh, yep, the show.
Oh,
MLB the show.
That's okay.
That's live. I didn't realize that neither.
Yeah.
So
I don't play baseball games like that's why.
I would show, and it shows the live services grow first-party monetization and portfolio diversity. So, in a nutshell, first-party monetization is putting it out, getting it out there, and trying to create a universe to bring in more like cosmetics or any microtransactions, but at the same time keep it more alive to gain more traction.
Yeah.
Hence, when you get first-party titles through your PlayStation Plus subscription, you can end up getting those for free, but still end up being a part of the live service and making money off that, whatever the case may be. In the live service game catalog right now is the show, which they just recently put on Game Pass Ultimate.
Yeah.
So that's one.
That could be one. Yeah, I can see that.
And then the success that they're banking on was PC ports.
Which that's going to be my next topic. What's that?
See, and no wonder live service games make a lot of money. GTA Online.
Oh yeah, GTA
that's
Online.
one of them.
That is a big one.
So GTA Online. So they want to make something like that, concrete only for Sony.
But with other titles.
12 of them. So it could be niche ones like Rocket League. They don't own Rocket League, right? No, they don't.
No,
but
because that's like everywhere.
Yeah, that is everywhere. They just bought Returnal. I don't know if they could move something like that. Maybe Death Stranding. What do you think? No?
Well, they haven't bought that company yet, so don't say anything. I know you want it to happen, but it's going to happen.
Come on. Don't deny yourself. All right.
And don't forget, now we can use this to segue to our other topic. They are looking to buy companies.
Yeah. EA. Yeah.
They are looking. Of course, you mentioned on Twitter that, because we mentioned it last week, that they should buy EA.
See how see right now our brain chemistry is working? They want 12. 12 live serve. Ooh, my mind's exploding.
A lot of EA games could fit that perfectly.
So they want 12 live games by 2025. What better way to make that happen for Dragon Age? Battlefield.
And don't forget their sports titles. Football.
Star
they do football
Wars.
games. Star Wars.
Yeah, dude. Yo, am I selling it, bro? Am I selling it, yo? I'm telling you, buy EA, and I bet you it's happening. Because if they could do that, and they're saying that, they already got MLB the show. They already got baseball on lot, right? Now, what if they get EA?
Or maybe
you got Dragon Age, Battlefield, soccer, Madden.
Madden. Imagine that line.
Woo! By God.
And don't forget, they do soccer
Sony will be the
Sony
will be the sports hub for everything.
This would be the perfect time to Sony to reintroduce basketball.
And UFC. Wow.
And UFC.
Wow. Sony will officially be the sports hub of the world. You got movie titles that are games. God of War, The Horizon, The Ratchet and Clanks. Then you got sports, Madden, football. They could dive into basketball now. They got baseball. Not even messing with EA with baseball. They just got the show. Right?
So it can
makes sense, doesn't it?
Makes sense.
So announce EA to be officially bought by Sony for, what was my thing? It said 64.3, 64.1?
You said 60 something.
67.1 or no, 54.1.
Oh,
I think because it has to be lower.
Yeah.
Than Bethesda. It's got to be lower. I don't know why, but it's got to be. But they could make that 12. And we weren't even including Destiny.
No.
Because Bungie, they own.
Well, they're already Bungie, yeah. So, and now another thing that there also was talked about on this conference is that by 2025, they want 1/3 of the exclusive PlayStation games to be on PC. Because they've been releasing it slowly. God of War, Horizons.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Days Gone.
Yeah.
Death Stranding, all on PC.
Yeah.
And now they want to release more of their games. They're planning on doing Uncharted Legacy of Thieves, which is the remakes of all the Uncharted games.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's already putting out the movies to showcase what the hell it is. So any other, not just a Sony brand, but
because
expand it.
During the fiscal year of last year, they made $300 million in revenue just in that department.
Wow.
Which is 3 times more than the previous fiscal year. and 10 times more than in 2020's fiscal year.
So their selective
It's
games for
increasing.
PC is looking good. Which, as Sony fans, it hurt us at first, and then all the PC players is like, see, it doesn't make sense. You can just get PC. It's all going to come down to PC anyway. Which, but I'm not going to be spending $3,000 of a rig where I can just get the same experience on the console. That's just my thing.
But it's good that they're doing this.
They are doing it because there is a market.
Yeah.
You got PC gamers.
Oh, there's a lot of PC gamers. My whole house is PC gamers.
Even laptops, they hook it up, so there's a market for it. We're not knocking that.
Like literally, my whole house
Yeah.
are PC gamers.
There you
So
go.
there's a market
So
for
let them
that.
enjoy Horizon and some God of War and stuff like that.
And I'm sure, and they said they're going to be releasing more and more, and which will be great.
And more. But I want to say the 12 games by 2025 makes you wonder, Woody, how?
Something is coming out.
Something is coming, and
Something
I
is
think
happening.
I'm loving it. Something is coming, and I think I'm loving it. What if Sony buys EA and Square Enix? I'm gonna punch this mic until I destroy it.
Please don't do that.
I'll get
It's
a new
not
one.
cheap, Mike.
I'll get a new one. I know it's not cheap.
I mean, it's not cheap. Don't do that.
If Sony buys those two major companies, oh, that would be great. That would be fantastic if they bought those companies. Wouldn't that be great?
That would be
That would
fantastic.
be great. That's all news that we got.
Yeah, that's
Right?
it. That's it.
I think that's all.
think everything
We
else.
just want Sony to buy EA.
Oh, hold on.
Whoa. What?
State of Play
Yes.
is going to be happening
Thursday.
on Thursday. It's going to be at 30 minutes. It's going to be at 6 p.m.
What are
Eastern
they
time.
showcasing?
What we know for sure is they are going to be showing some PSVR 2 games.
Which I was talking about.
Yes.
More details on PlayStation VR 2.
So what do you think else is they're going to be talking about, you think? Was there some predictions, I guess we could
I
say.
hope they have more apps that could be enhanced with the VR 2. I don't want a lot of you know, like.
I honestly, I already talked about this, but
Yeah.
I definitely want this. I want a Metal Gear Solid game. A remake of the first one, VR,
Yeah, I
would
gotta
be
get back to
amazing.
VR to be honest with you.
would be
because
amazing.
with the dual sense type of functionality with the VR 2, it's gonna be great because I could just imagine. I was explaining to you on TikTok. You already know this, but you go and you pick up like sand and you feel all.
Because
the
remember,
grain of
those
sand
controls are going to
across
have the
the hand
haptic feels
of the
too.
dual sense. So you get a sense of the dual sense. And imagine grabbing something that's heavy and you can feel the clinking. And it'll be more enhanced, but imagine grabbing like sand or rocks. You feel all of it in your hands. See that type of thing, and then making a store. That's great. That's great.
Exactly.
And then obviously it's OLED now, 120 hertz, so it's gonna be smoother, better, less fog. That has a little vent and all that stuff.
Now
so,
the thing is, they also said they're going to announce some other updates on certain titles.
yeah.
Maybe we'll finally get a release date for God of War.
Yes. We hope that it's this year. Because
Hopefully, because if not, he's going to be eating a lot. He's
Shouts
going
out
to
to
be eating his
David.
own foot. He's going to be eating his own foot.
Yes, you don't just. Let's hope it's this year. If it's this year, it's a slap to Microsoft's face. But
This year, November 2022.
or even October. Yeah.
November, October. I'm trying to think of holiday season.
Or December.
Whatever the holiday season
Whatever
is.
the holiday season is, it's got to be this year. If it's next year,
Yeah, because then you're going to be like, you talked all that stuff.
talk all that smack.
And you did not.
You talked all that
Build it
smack.
up.
For what? Yeah. Talked all that smack. For what? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
But-
For what?
Yeah, man, it's gonna be nuts. Next week is gonna be filled. Thursday, again, it's what time is it on? 6 p.m. Eastern
6
time?
p.m. Eastern time.
I love how Sony's
On
always
Thursday.
late.
And then
Gets
Nintendo's
there.
Pokemon one's going to be at 9 in the morning.
So you catch that, you share it. And
Oh yeah, I'll
let me
definitely be
know.
catching that because I know I'll be up for it. So I was like, I
And
definitely
I'm
want to
gonna
check
try
that
to
one
catch the
out.
state of play. Of course, we're gonna be on Twitter. We're gonna share it. Hopefully, something exciting happens. The last time something that exciting was when they showed off the PlayStation. And look at the PlayStation. Then the news of Final Fantasy VII that I've been wanting, and hopefully we get the events. Not in the state of play, but in the month of June we get something that
Exactly.
resembles Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2, which I want.
We'll see.
We'll see, but you'll catch it on Twitter. And this will conclude our 49th episode of B.o.P.
Yes.
Episode 49. Again, guys, if you enjoy, share it. Negative, positive, it doesn't matter. Thank you for coming out and checking us out every Tuesday, 7:30 p.m. Hit the notification bell to know that we are on every week, 7:30 p.m. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, we're here,
Facebook.
live. Did I say Facebook?
Yeah.
Yes, Meta, whatever you want to call it. It don't matter. We're there, we're online, and we're making it happen. Light this week, but next week, anticipate more. Again, follow us.
Because like I said, we're going to have at least 2 conferences to talk about. I mean, 2
two
directs.
conferences, a lot of different news. And the following week is going to be Game Fest. And then the following week is going to be Microsoft. And a whole bunch of stuff. So it's going to be great. And hopefully Sony makes the official announcement and then they'll buy EA for $54.1 billion.
And then you'll be so happy.
I'll be so happy. Because it will be the home of sports. And nobody can say anything about it. And then now it's back to Microsoft and Sony bumping heads. And Nintendo making different moves and selling better than both of them combined. But it's still fun to see and fun to watch in 2022. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. Keeps us talking. As long as they don't give us mental abuse like what Nintendo does. Tell Lance. He needs help. If you got any feedback, let him know any code mechanisms. He's gonna hear it. We're shutting down stuff. Not that stuff. That's terrible. Peace!
It all started with a feeling. It all started with a feeling. It all started with a feeling. Touch me like you want me. Don't wanna forget what you feel like on my body. Look into my eyes and show me your adventures I haven't seen. Taking all the